Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, good afternoon all.
Good
Good afternoon,
afternoon, Dr.
Dr. Rina.
Rina.
Okay, thank you so much for your response. But I'd like to apologize because right now in the outside of setting. So the presenter for today, are you ready to present your material for today? So that's I couldn't turn on my camera right now. Are you ready to present it for today?
Yes, ma'am, we are ready.
Okay, thank you so much then. Would you please to share your material right now? Thank
Right
you.
away. Yeah. Can we start now, ma'am?
Yeah, sure. The material is crystal clear on the screen right now.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, Dr. Rina. Febrianti, SSMBD, as our lecturer. Good
Good afternoon.
afternoon, all my friends. Thank you for being here. We are from Group 10. We are going to present Critical Discourse Analysis, CDA, Ruth Wodak. Our group consists of 3 members. We are Tuhuyono, Twini, Julia Pridayana, Sofiatul Ilmah. The outline that we are going to present: number 1, who Ruth Wodak is. Number 2, CDA based on Wodak's perspective. Number 3, key concepts of CDA. Number 4, notion of discourse. Number 5, critique. Number 6, ideology and power. Number 7, 10 basic principles of CDA program. Number 8, historical discourse analysis or HDA. And number 9, conclusion. The next step is Ruth Wodak. Is talking about Ruth Wodak. Ruth Wodak is a prominent Austrian linguist and distinguished professor of discourse study at Lancaster University, UK, as well as a professor in linguistics at the University of Vienna. She was born in London on 12 July 1950. Her work centers on critical discourse analysis, CDA, method examining how language reflects and constructs power, ideology, discrimination, and dominance in society. Alongside key colleges, she developed the discourse historical approach, which combines linguistic analysis with historical, ethnographic, and argumentative frameworks to trace discursive changes over time. Key works of Wodak: 1. The Politics of Fear, What Right-Wing Populist Discourses Mean, 2015-2021, Analysis Right-Wing Populism in Europe and How Fear is Used Discursively. 2. Methods of Critical Discourse Analysis with M. Mayer, 2001-2009, a foundational book explaining different CDA approaches. 3. The Discourse Construction of National Identity with R. D. Celia and M. Reisco and K. Liebert, 1999, a case study on Austria national identity post-World War II. 4. Discourse and Discrimination with Martin Reisco, 2001, focus on how discriminatory discourse operates in everyday communication. Next, we step on CDA based on Wodak's perspective. CDA can be defined as a problem-oriented interdisciplinary research program subsuming a variety of approaches, each with different theoretical models, research methods, and agendas. What unites all approaches is a shared interest in the semiotic dimension of power, injustice, and political, economic, social, or cultural change in society. CDA studies not a linguistic unit per se, but rather social phenomena which are necessarily complex and thus require a transdisciplinary and multi-methodological approach. Notions include racist discourse, gender discourse, discourse on employment, unemployment, media discourse, populist discourse, discourse of the past, and many more. CDA is characterized by the common interest in demystifying ideologies and power through the systematic and retroducible investigation on semiotic data, written, spoken, or visual. CDA researchers also attempt to make their own position and interest explicit while retaining their respective scientific methodologies and while remaining self-reflective of their own research process. Since the late 1980s, critical discourse analysis, or CDA, has become a well-established field in the social sciences. CDA can be defined as a problem-oriented interdisciplinary research program, subsuming a variety of approaches with different theoretical models, research methods, and agendas. Key concept of Wodak's discourse analysis. 1. Discourse is socially constructed and constructive. Language doesn't just reflect reality, it also shapes it. Discourses construct knowledge, ideologies, and social relations. 2. Power and ideology. Language is a site of struggle over meaning. Wodak focuses on how power relations and ideologies are reproduced or challenged through discourse, especially in institutions like politics, media, and education. 3. Interdisciplinarity. Wodak stressed that CDA should draw from linguistic, sociology, history, political science, and media studies. Notion of discourse. CDA sees discourse, language used in speech and writing, as a form of social practice. Describing discourse as social practice implies a dialectical relationship between a particular discursive event and situation, in the situation, institution, and social structure which frame it. The discursive event is shaped by them, but it also shapes them. That is, discourse is socially constitutive as well as socially conditioned. It constitutes situations, object of knowledge, and social identities of an relationship between people and groups of people. It is constitutive both in the sense that it helps to sustain and reproduce the social status quo, and in the sense that it contributes to transforming it. Discursive practices may have major ideologies effects. That is, they can help produce and reproduce equal power relations between, for instance, social classes, women and men, ethnic or cultural majorities and minorities, through the ways in which they represent things and position people. Verklof and Wodak, 1997, page 258. Etymologically, to criticize derives from the Greek word meaning to decide or make distinction, which may itself derive from a basic meaning to separate, to divide. CDA encompasses varied understanding of the
Mr.
terms
Tugu, I'm
critical.
sorry.
Yeah.
There it is Miss Sophie. Sophie part.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. This slide is for Miss Sophie. Okay. Please, Miss Sophie, the time is yours. Please continue
Pak Tugu.
the explanation.
And I will explain about critique. Etymological, to criticize, derives from the Greek word meaning to decide or make distinction, which may itself derive from a basic meaning to separate, to divide. CDA encompasses varied understanding of the term critical, criticism, and critique. First, critical analysis of discourse can attempt to make the implicit explicit. It means making explicit the implicit relationship between discourse, power, and ideology, challenging surface meaning and not taking anything for granted. Second, being critical CDA includes being self-reflective and self-critical. CDA does not only mean to criticize others, it also means to criticize the critical itself. Third, critical analysis itself is a practice that may contribute to social change. And ideology and power, political scientists name four central characteristics of ideologies. First one, power is more important than cognitions. And the third, they are capable of guiding individuals' evolutions. The third, they provide guidance through action, and they must be logically coherent. Mullins in 1972. CDA researchers are interested in the way discourse produces social dominations, that is, power abuse of one group over others, and how dominant group may discursively resist such abuse. This raises the question of how CDA researchers define power and what moral standards allow them to differentiate between power use and abuse, a question which has so far had to remain unanswered. Billing in 2009. And next will be explained by Ms. Twiney.
10 basic principles of a CDA program by Fairclough or Wodak, 1997. Number 1, the approach is interdisciplinary. Problems in our societies are too complex to be studied from a single perspective. This entails in different dimensions of interdisciplinary. This means looking at the problem from the multiple angles, using knowledge from different fields. It's like solving a puzzle with pieces from different boxes. This helps us understand complex social issues better. Number 2, the approach is problem-oriented rather than focused on the specific linguistic item. Social problems are the item of research such as racism, identity, social change, which of course are and could be studied from manifold perspectives. This approach focuses on real-world problems like racism, identity, or social change, instead of just looking at one aspect. We consider the whole picture. This helps us find more effective solutions. Third, the theory as well as the methodologies are eclectic, i.e., theories and methods are integrated with are adequate for an understanding and explanation of the object under investigation avoid fitting the data to illustrate to theory. This means using different theories and methods to understand a problem. We're not limited to just one way of thinking. We choose the best tool for the job so we can get a more accurate picture. Fourth, the study always incorporates field work and ethnography to explore the object under investigation study from the inside as a prediction for any further analysis and theorizing. This approach makes it possible to avoid fitting the data to illustrate a theory. Rather, we deal with bottom-up and top-down at the same time. Next. Five, the approach is abductive and constant movement back and forth between theory and empirical data is necessary. This means the research goes back and forth between theory and real-life data. It's not just about proving a theory, but also about using data to improve and develop the theory. This helps researchers understand complex issues better. 6. Multiple genre and multiple public space are studied, and intertextual and interdiscursive relationships are investigated. This research look at the various types of text and public space and how they relate to each other. By doing so, researchers are see how different texts and ideas interact and influence each other. 7. The historical context is always analyzed and integrated into the interpretation of discourse and text. The notion of change. When analyzing texts and ideas, researchers always think about the historical context. It means they understand that text and ideas can be understood without knowing their background. The concept of change is important here. 8. The categories and tools for the analysis are defined in accordance with all the steps and procedure and also with the specific problem under investigation. 9. Grand theory might serve as a foundation if the specific analysis. Middle range theory serves the aims better. The problem-oriented approach entails the use and testing of middle-range theories. This research might use big theories of foundation, but for specific analysis, more practical theory are used. A problem-oriented approach requires testing and using theories that are relevant to the problem. And the last, practice and application are aimed at. The results should be made available to experts in different fields and as a second step be applied with the goal of changing certain discursive and social practice. The goal of this research is to produce results that can be used in real life. The findings should be shared with experts and applied to change specific practice. This research aims to make a positive impact on society, not just analyze it. Next. Historical discourse analysis. Ruth Wodak version of critical discourse analysis, or CDA, is best known as the discourse historical approach, or DHA. It is especially useful for analyzing how discourses, example political, social, or media texts reproduce power, ideology, and identity over time and across contexts. The DHA, in 8 steps, there are 1. Activation and consultation of preceding theoretical knowledge, i.e. recollection, reading, and discussion of previous research. In this stage, involve the collecting, reading, and discussion of previous research relevant to the topic being analyzed. Second, systematic collection of data and context information. Depending on the research question, various discourse and discursive event, social field as well as actor, semiotic media, genre, and text are focused on. The researchers collect data and context information relevant to the research question, including various discourse and discursive event, social field, actor, semiotic media, genres, and text. Next. Third, selection and preparation of data for specific analysis. Selection and downsizing of data according to relevant criteria, transcription of tape recording. The researcher select and prepare the data for analysis, which may involve downsizing the data according to relevant criteria and transcribing tape recording. Fourth, specification of the research question and formulation of assumption. The researcher specifies the research question and formulate assumption about the data, which will guide the analysis. 5. Qualitative pilot analysis allow testing categories and first assumption as well as the further specification of assumptions and first assumptions to further specify assumption. 6. Detailed case studies of a whole range of data, primarily qualitative, but in part also quantitative. Detailed case use detailed case studies are conducted primarily using qualitative method, but also quantitative method were relevant. 7. Formulation of critique, interpretation of results taking into account the relevant context, knowledge, and referring to the 3 dimensions of critique. The researcher interpret the result taking into account the relevant context, knowledge, and referring to the 3 dimensions of critique. 8. Application of the detailed analytical result. The final stage involved applying the detailed analytical result, which may involve making recommendation or taking action based on the findings. By following this stage, researcher can conduct a thorough analysis of discourse and gain insight into how it shapes and is shaped by social, political, and cultural context. Okay, next. Okay, conclusion. Ruth Wodak contribution to critical discourse analysis, or CDA, and historical discourse analysis, HDA, have significantly deepened the understanding of how language, power, and ideology intersect across time and context. While CDA focuses on uncovering the implicit power structure, ideologies, and social inequalities embedded in discourse, Wodak development of HDA extends this analysis by incorporating the temporal and socio-historical dimension of discourse production and reception. Her discourse historical approach, a branch of CDA, Wodak emphasized the importance of context, intertextuality, and the diachronic evaluation of discourse. This approach shows that discourse cannot be fully understood without considering historical development, institutional settings, and collective memory. DHA relates to other CDA approaches in many aspects. However, the DHA, like any or multidisciplinary enterprise, should avoid the combination of theoretically incompatible scientific research. This caveat remains one of the main theoretical challenge. Furthermore, many new discourse-related social phenomena need to be investigated in systematic and detailed ways from the perspective of our approach. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Bu Winnie. Now we come to question and answer session. If you have some question, please just raise your hand. Okay, the first question is for Mr. Han. Please, Mr. Han.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tuhu, Miss Sophie, and also Miss Trini, and also Dr. Rina for this kind of opportunity for me to ask the question. Actually, I'm a little bit mixed up with a lot of terminology. Yeah, right now that you have mentioned about the discourse historical approach. Yeah, then later on also you mentioned about critical discourse analysis and historical discourse analysis, and at the end also you are mentioned about political discourse. Now my question is a little bit mixed up with this one. Yeah, how does Ruth Wodak's discourse historical approach integrate principles of critical discourse analysis and historical discourse analysis to examine the construction of national identity in political discourse? Yeah, thank you, Mr. Tu.
Thank you, Mr. Han, for your question. Okay, maybe the others, please ask question. Okay, Mrs. Atifa.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. It's like quite interesting in analyzing how language shape and reflects society. Goes beyond basic linguistic structure. My question is, what are the advantages of an interdisciplinary approach in CDA, and how it can help to understand discourse more comprehensively? Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Atifa. The third question is for Mrs. Astridian.
Okay, thank you. And Miss Trini. Okay, my question, the role of context in shaping discourse, and how does Wodak's DHA approach the role of context in shaping discourse, and what implication does this have for our understanding of the relationship between language and social reality? Okay.
Okay,
I think
thank you.
enough my question, Mr. Tuhu.
Yeah. Thank you, Mrs. Astri. There are 3 questions here, and we try to answer the 3 of them, starting from Mr. Han question. How does Ruth Wodak discourse historical approach, integrate principles of critical discourse analysis and historical discourse analysis to examine the construction of national identity and political discourse? And there are also an additional question about the terms. There are discourse historical, critical discourse analysis, and political discourse analysis. Maybe the additional question will be completely answered by our lecturer, Dr. Rina. I'll try to answer your question, Mr. Han, that Ruth Wodak's discourse historical approach integrates the principle of critical discourse analysis and historical discourse analysis by combining focus on power, ideology, and critique from CDA with a detailed contextualization of discourse across time and space from HDA. Discourse historical analysis examines how language is used in political discourse to construct national identity by tracing the intertextual and interdiscursive relationship across different historical periods, political events, and media. That's the answer for the question number 1. And the second question will be answered by our other members, maybe Bu Sophie or Bu Twini. Time is yours.
I want to answer the question by Ms. Atifatur. The question is, what are advantages of an interdisciplinary approach in CDA, and how can it help to understand discourse more comprehensively? The advantage of an interdisciplinary approach in CDA are that it can help to understand discourse more comprehensively by considering various aspects and perspectives. This approach can help to identify and analyze how discourse is related to power structures, ideologies, and social context. That is my answer.
The last question. It is your turn, Miss Sofiatul Ilmah. The last question.
Well, I will answer from Ms. Astri question, and the question is, how does Wodak's DHA approach the role of context in shaping discourse, and what implications does this have for our understanding of the relationship between language and social reality? And the answer is, the role of context in shaping discourse in Ruth Wodak's DHA. Ruth Wodak's DHA emphasizes the importance of context in shaping discourse. Wodak argues that discourse cannot be understood without considering the historical, social, and political context in which it is produced and perceived. Wodak's DHA offer insight that context can influence the meaning and impact of discourse, the way discourse is produced and received, and the relationship between discourse and social reality. And that's all from my question. Miss Astrid?
Yes, thank you, Miss Sophie. Miss Sophie.
You're welcome.
Again, these are of Mr. Han, Miss Astri, and Miss Atifatul. Thank you for your cooperation and your question. Now we step to the session for our lecturer to add or to complete our presentation. It is the turn of our lecturer, Ms. Dr. Rina, to complete our explanation. Thank you very much for your kindly listening.
Yeah. Okay, thank you
Assalamualaikum
so much.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for the presenter today. You have already presented it excellently. I'm sorry because the site right now is too crowded, I think. Can you hear the background sounds, perhaps? Sorry for disturbing. And it's time for me to shed a light about the short explanation. Well, actually, mainly or majorly has been explained very well from the current group. Okay, hold on a second. Let me share my material. Yeah. Okay, everyone, can you see my slide right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
it is seen clearly, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Thank you for the response. And this is the summary actually for CDA by Ruth Waddock, and it's been explained very well by the current group actually. And it's been taught by the presenter today that Ruth Waddock concentrates on research that studies practical by looking not only from the text, but text itself has a various perspective, such as on linguistics, sociology, and politics, and including about different approach such as method, theory, and purpose. And for CDA approaches having in common is that they are interested how language and symbols are used in relation to power, unfairness, and politics, the economy, society, and culture. And the roots of CDA come from many fields, including in rhetoric, such as speaking, writing, text linguistics, and so forth. And well, we come to the main idea of Ruth Waddock, the main concept, theoretical concept of Ruth Waddock here. It's about the discourse historical approach, and it is based on idea from critical theory, which studies how it works and how the challenge on unfair systems. So the main point on Ruth Waddock's thought is about criticize some things that's unbalanced, unfair, and so forth. And DHA uses a type of social critique that has three connected parts. Two parts on how people think. This is called cognitive dimensions, and actually it's been explained by the previous theories. That one is Van Dijk that we have learned, and we had learned last week, right? And one part focuses on what people can do to create change, called the actions of dimensions. And the three parts of social critique in DHA takes our discourse immanent critique. The first one points of her. This type critique looks closely at the text of what people focus on the inside of the text, and the purpose is to find contradictions or unclear ideas. For instance, parts that don't fit together, ideas that contradict themselves, or confusing statements. Example, if politicians say we support equality, but women should stay at home, would be a contradiction that the analyst would point out, right? And the next one is socio-diagnostic critique, focus on thinking and context. This type of critique goes beyond the text, focus on the text and social context. And the purpose is to show hidden messages or power relations. For instance, hidden message in media, manipulative ideas in speech, or language that supports unfair power relations. And then let's use the analysis of society, politics, and story to how the text connects to large social and politics problems and how it might influence people's thinking in unfair ways. The example, the analysis might show how media reports make immigrants seem dangerous to support political goals. And the last one is the pragmatist critique, and it's a focus on actions. This part focuses on actions, change, and improvement. The purpose is to suggest improvement of a fairer community. For instance, give suggestions for better communications, help reduce unfair or harmful language, and support fair language use in places like hospitals, school, and so forth. And the example one is the analyst might suggest rules to avoid sexist language or help make official document easier to understand. And And actually, to analyze political works of Ruth Wodark's concept or theories, we can follow the discursive strategy in the HA analysis. Here, I took from the books that was edited by Wodark and Mayer, yeah, and entitled Methods and Critical Discourse Analysis. And there are several strategies actually that you can apply when you would like to do analyze using the HA analysis. The first point in the left side, there are several points. There are referential or nomination, and the next one is predications, argumentation, perspectivation, framing or discursive presentations, and the last one, intensification. For the nominations, constructions of inner groups and outer groups, such as membership categorizations, biological, naturalizing, and depersonalizing, metaphors, metonymies, synecdosis, whether pars pro toto, totum pro pars. And the next one is labeling social actors more or less positively or negatively, deprecatorily or appreciatively. And devices stereotype to evaluate the express of negative or positive traits, implicit and explicit predicates. And the next one is the four argumentations. It means that justifications of positive or negative attributions, such as you will look for of topoi used to justify political inclusions or exclusion, discriminations, or professional treatment. And the next one is perspectivation, framing of discrete representations. And the objective one is the first informed and positioning speaker's point of view. And devices used to report, describe, narrate, or quote, something like that. And the last one, intensifications or mitigations. The objective one is to modify the epistemic status of propositions and devices. You can intensify or mitigate the illocutionary efforts of discriminatory utterance. And here I apply or attach the example of analysis through the article of Exploring Identity, a Critical Discourse Analysis on Nepali Women in Politics, Success and Challenge here, written by Sushil Gautam and Teg Bahadur Chaudhary from Nepal. This article focusing on the idea place, this research paper explored the idea place in the article Nepali Women in Politics, Success and Challenge by Bisnu Raj, Ritti, and so forth on April 2020 from the perspective of CDA, a relatively recent approach to analyzing discourse. The paper provides the definitions and overview of some CDA. Well, actually, not only Ruth Wodark that they analyzed there, but including Ruth Wodark. And here I point yellow highlights on several texts on this article and its point discourse historical approach. This is the first type that you should concern when you are going to apply the DHH of Ruth Wodark, and you have to find out the historical substance in their work, right? The historical, that's the main point of Ruth Wodark, and comparing to other theories about critical discourse analysis, because she put historical aspect when she would like to do analyze in a DHA, a discourse historical approach, right? So here, the writers explore or highlighted about Nepali women historically, for example, like this one. Nepali women began the struggle during the Rana regimes and regime and effort since 1950s by engaging both in popular peaceful movement to urgency and parliamentary competition with their male political counterparts. Well, actually, this article would like to expose about the positions of the women in Nepal, particularly. And the nominations is Nepali woman politicians or labeled as a woman, symbolic representative, reducing them to tokens. Predications, women are described as incompetent, weak, unqualified, traits that undermine their legitimacy. And this one is some statements that are attached on the article 1. And the next one is the four argumentations. Nepali women politicians are labeled as a woman symbolic representative, reducing them to tokens. For the topics of number 1, for example, they are included only because of quotes. You know, the positions of women is only filling the quotes. It's not really make them important or crucial on having a seat on the politics situation. And topic strategy in politics is not a woman's domain. Perspectivations, male-centric perspective dominate the discourse. Women's own voice are marginalized or silent. Intensifications or mitigation is the last part when we are going to analyze in, particularly in DHA approach, yeah. Intensification women's achievement are downplayed as incidental or the result of male support rather than competence. Well, actually, that's all my summary about DHA. I have already sent the PPT and also the article. You can learn by yourself over there. And regarding answering the questions on part 10 previously, I think my explanations been quietly answering his questions, right? When you are going to do such kind of like analysis, you can do like that one. I'm so sorry once again for the background of mine.
Thank you, Dr. Rina, for your explain.
Okay, Pak Hen,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry ya.
It's,
Background.
it's okay, ma'am. Things like this happen,
For today. I'm sorry for today.
and no problem at all. But
This
yeah,
student
thank you
is
very
not
much for sending.
conducive maximally for today. Okay. Hopefully my explanation is answering your questions enough. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay.
Especially when you
But
send
I
us.
couldn't hear clearly from the questions of Mbak siapa?
Astri.
Aktivator.
Aktivator or Asri?
Astri.
Mbak Astri ya, Mbak Astri. Mbak Astri, have my explanations answers your questions, Mbak Astri?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Have my explanation answer my your questions, Mbak Astri? Mbak Astri?
About my question, how does WODAX DHA approach? Okay, ma'am.
Yes, I hear it. I'm hearing. Okay, so your question is about how do you analyze utilizing root product concept, right?
Product of the
In particular works such as you can analyze in speech and then in a news, in a movie, in article, and so what. The work of you as the writer is you criticize. Yeah, the main point of using CDAs is you, particularly on root product work, is you criticize something unfair, something imbalanced, and so forth. That one. Do you understand?
I not at all, miss. Because I'm not really understand about the example.
Yeah, example. You can see the sample on my PPT. I have already shared on WAG. Yeah, right? I have already delivered the sample one on the PPT that I have shared on WAG.
Yes, ma'am. Already.
Yes, ma'am. Ready.
Yeah, please check it out, yeah, Mbak Astri.
Okay, because I use a handphone and now I'm close the PPT with my.
Okay, you can check it later. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, most welcome, Mbak Astri. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for today, is there any more questions? Pak Tuhu, is there any closing remarks from you before I close our lecture today?
Maybe it's
Okay, thank you very much for your
Rina.
additional explanation, ma'am. We have more
explanation.
clear understanding about CDA and historical discourse analysis.
Okay. Okay, thank you to your group too, Pak Tuhu. Yeah.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much,
Enlightening,
Dr.
yeah.
Rina, for your complete explanation.
Who has enlightened to all the presenter, Pak Tuhu, Mbak Twini, and Mbak Sophie. Thank you for today.
Thank you very
for
much, ma'am.
Yes,
for
thank
giving
you, Dr.
enlightenment
Rina.
for our friends today with the very clear explanations. Okay, if there is no questions, thank you so much for your attentions, everyone. And I'm sorry
Welcome.
once again for my situations currently. Hopefully, it will be understood by all of you here. Thank you so much for your attentions. Keep healthy and stay safe, everyone. See you next week, inshallah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so much,
Dr.
Dr.
Rina, for
Rina.
your class.